Hey guys, Goalkeeper 3 here, and welcome to my first ever squad builder on FIFA 13. Now this team is a mixture of some Juventus players, some PSG players, and a couple of random players thrown into the mix. I originally built this team for the Machinima Cup, but unfortunately it has been changed to a head-to-head tournament. Anyways, I did want to show you this beastly team. So first up we have Gianluigi Buffon in goals. He plays with Juventus in the Serie A, and you'll see some amazing clips coming up of him here. He keeps me in so many games. He pulls off some crazy saves. He didn't concede all that many goals that I did play with him, and you'll see there from Ibrahimovic, it was going in the top corner and he saved it. And again here you'll see, I don't know how he put that onto the crossbar, but he did. An amazing keeper, some great stats: 89 diving, 83 handling, 86 reflexes, 89 you can just see the pattern there guys, all high 80s, and they definitely improved him after an excellent Euro 2012, an excellent season he had with Juventus. Overall a fantastic goalkeeper. Anyways, next up we have Lichtsteiner in at right back, and I did enjoy playing with him, but I have one big problem with him, and it was a pet peeve of mine when I played. He gets caught out of position so much due to the fact that he does have high attack and work rate, and I think it is medium defensive work rate. You'll always see him up in the opponent's half and definitely in their box. And he does actually pop up with a couple of goals, which is surprising for a right back, but he does have the overlapping trait, which means he's always running in there looking for a chance to score. He's a bit like Ivanovic, that right back that just keeps on scoring, but he does get caught out of position, which is a bit of a problem, but overall a decent right back. Anyways, our first centre back is Chiellini, and he was, again, my favourite centre-back in FIFA 12, and I think he will be my favourite centre-back in FIFA 13. I think they've improved him. I don't know how they could have, but he is just amazing. Gets stuck in, you'll see how many challenges he wins. Overall, he's just insane. He's got great pace, always catches up with strikers, and that's not something you can say too often about centre-backs. Even popped up with a few goals, and again, guys, just one of the best centre-backs in the game. If you can get him, or you are building a team with him in it, definitely get him in there. Anyways, next up we do have Thiago Silva to accompany him, and I gotta say Chiellini definitely did outshine Thiago Silva, which is surprising because how good Thiago Silva actually was in FIFA 12. But don't get me wrong guys, Thiago Silva is still an absolute beast. You'll see there he's got 82 pace, he never gets caught out of position like Chiellini, and I've got to say the partnership of them two players is ridiculous. I mean, when you have Thiago Silva and Chiellini in your team, if you're playing against a team with them two players, you know you're thinking, oh my god, I'm not going to score any goals against this person, because the two of them are absolutely ridiculous. And if somehow you can find a way to put them into a team, if you could build a crazy hybrid and get the two of them guys in, definitely do, because you got to reunite that Serie A partnership from FIFA 12 because they were so amazing. Anyways, our left back is Maxwell, and he's purely in there for chemistry purposes. I'm still kind of working out chemistry. For some reason, I had a left back from League 1, and I also had a PSG player in there at centre mid. And for some reason, Thiago Silva didn't get 9 chemistry. It's a bit off. Even when I put it into foothead, for some reason, it didn't give him the chemistry. So it is a bit weird. So Maxwell is only in there for chemistry purposes to keep Thiago Silva on 9 chem. And he is distinctively average. He doesn't have great pace. If there is a pacey winger, he will be absolutely caught out of position, but he again does have high attack and work rate like Lichtsteiner. Gets caught out of position, but he's not as quick as Lichtsteiner, so he doesn't get forward all that often. Again, a very average left back, but again, not very bad, but not very good. Anyways, on to our first centre midfielder, and that is Pastore. And I love Pastore. Loved him in FIFA 12, and I think I'm going to fall in love with him again in FIFA 13. He is great shooting. They didn't improve him. They definitely made him worse in this game in terms of his stats, but he still feels just as good. They brought him down to an 83. They definitely made him a tiny bit slower, but he does get stuck in, and he was one of the better players in the team, and that is saying quite a bit. Popped up with a few nice goals for me, and they're ones that I needed if I wanted to progress through them divisions. You'll see here, how does the keeper save this one, guys? I just had to jump in there. That is a ridiculous save. I think that's Tim Howard as well. That wasn't even an amazing goalkeeper, but that was insane. Loved Pastore, great centre midfielder. And here we have Arturo Vidal in centre mid, another Juventus player, and he was just crazy. He's definitely one of the best and most all-round centre midfielders in FIFA 13. All his stats are basically over 80, and he's got high pace, high attack and work rate, high defensive work rate. So that means he literally works box to box. He's an absolute workhorse. You'll see there, he actually won that ball in midfield and it set up goals, and he did that for me throughout every single game that I played. He's constantly breaking up play, turning defence into attack, and you can't say that many centre midfielders really have that ability, but Vidal is definitely one of them players that has that ability. Love playing with him, and he actually scored my first goal on FIFA 13 Ultimate Team, and that was that goal right there with the fake shot. And I thought, hey, I'm off to a good start, and Vidal was the person to get me off to that start. Anyways, our third centre midfielder is Marquisio, to basically round off that trio of absolutely amazing centre midfielders. And you'll see here he actually did pop up with a lot of goals. He gets forward quite a bit, but again, he's an all-round centre midfielder. His stats are high in pretty much everything. He plays an absolutely amazing through ball, and you'll see his shot here, an absolute rocket with his left foot. And he scored goals like that consistently for me throughout all the games that I played with this team. Really did enjoy playing with him, always in the right place at the right time. And when he needs to defend, he will. He doesn't just stay up the pitch and doesn't come back like a lot of other lazy centre midfielders. I absolutely love playing with them, and you'll see this, a lovely volley here. And overall, just a great centre midfield partnership. I absolutely love playing with them three. And on to the three forwards. So first up, we have Lamela at right wing. And he is a beast. You'll see there, he does have 5-star skills. Actually, you can't see that. But what you will see is his 82 pace, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually feels like a lot more when you're playing with him. And overall, I did really enjoy playing with him. He was always in the right place at the right time. If you wanted to cross it over to him, he would be there. Now, I can't say that for the left winger, who actually did stay a lot wide, but he is a beast. But Lamela as a whole was a great player. Loved playing with him. I did get sweaty with him a lot, but he was just sitting there waiting for it. And if I didn't pass it to him, I think he would have been very angry and would have had a few words with me after the game. Anyways, our striker is Aguero, and you'll see there, he is just a monster. 88 pace, 91 dribbling. That is insane for a striker. He is just mind blown. I'm actually for once speechless at how good Aguero was. Loved him in FIFA 12, and I know I've said that about quite a few players, but FIFA 13 is just out, so I do have to make my comparisons between the two games. It is only fair, but again, Aguero is one who has lived up to expectation. I picked him up for 100k, and I sold him on for 130k a couple of days later, so that just shows you how much he is rising, I suppose, in popularity through word of mouth. But he is a great player, absolutely fantastic, and love playing with him. And to finish off the team, we have none other than PSG's Lavezzi. He moved in the summer, and he is amazing, guys. They did improve a lot of stuff, I suppose, on his card and his stats in general. You see there, he's got 93 pace, 90 dribbling. And overall, I love playing with him. He did stay quite wide. He didn't get as involved as Lamela, and Lamela was definitely a big shock for me. I kind of knew what I was expecting with Lavezzi, but the only one thing that EA did wrong was give him 4-star skills. They took away his valuable 5-star skills, and that was what made him an absolute beast out in left wing. But it is good, the fact that they have improved his pace, because it's just so fun to absolutely pace abuse people down the wing with him. But you will see my record there for the team is pretty good. I won 8 games, drew 1 and lost 1. That was all online. That wasn't including the offline games I played. Scored quite a few goals. The top goal scorer was Aguero with 11 goals, and the cost of the team was 312k, but I say it's sitting at around 400k if you try building it now. But there is one thing left to do, and that is count down the top 3 best players in the team. And in at number 3, we have none other than Lamela, the 5-star beast. And it was so hard to pick between him and Lavezzi for that 3rd spot in the countdown, but he just edged it out. He scored a couple more goals than Lavezzi. I think he got involved a lot more, and again, he was just always in the right place at the right time. And I gotta say, Lavezzi, one thing about him was he did work back a lot more than Lamela, and he was just a harder worker. But for some reason, Lamela just scored that bit extra, I suppose, that few extra goals than Lavezzi. And he was just amazing. You'll see there, right place at the right time. Scores a header at the back post. That's what you want from your wingers, to cut in. And the 5-star skills, he does have that little advantage over Lavezzi. But in second, we do have Chiellini, and it is no surprise about how much I absolutely bigged him up about how great he was. But you'll see some of the clips in here that they just speak for themselves, how good he is. Breaks up play well, has great pace, never gets caught out of position. He's always in the right place at the right time to break things up. And you'll see here, this was amazing. Ran in front of the striker. Oh, how do you like that for a touch? I was so astounded by how good he actually was. And again, like Thiago Silva, they were amazing centre-backs, but Chiellini just had that something extra. He just outshone Thiago Silva, and they are both very even, I suppose, but I just got to give Chiellini the nod there for 2nd place. And In first place, we have none other than Sergio Aguero, and it was no surprise, he was my top goal scorer. He was the reason that I did get promoted from Division 5 into Division 4, and again, the reason I got promoted from 4 into 3. And some of the goals he scored were amazing. I want to highlight one thing about him, and that is his heading. His heading on his card says 72. That is a complete lie. The amount of headers he scored for me, I'd say at least 5, possibly 6 of the 11 goals he scored online for me were headers. He scored some screamers. He's just got that. He's great on the ball. He does have 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and just he's immense. One of the best players I've played with so far on Ultimate Team, and just a joy to play with. You'll see this last goal that I'm going to show you. 5-0 up from the kickoff. Does a bit of skill. Absolutely ruins the centre backs and pounds that ball home. An amazing goal by Aguero, and that was basically the story of my 10 games that I did play. You'll see there he got a 9.8 rating and did get me promoted into Division 3 with an excellent performance. He got a lot of them 9+ ratings, won me the championship title. But that is pretty much it for this video and this squad builder. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment, and if you want to see more of these, definitely subscribe. But that is it for me, guys. I will see you next time.